Alright guys, welcome back for another Dokkan Battle video. And today what we're going to be doing is talking about the new upcoming celebration for Global Dokkan. So, basically what I'm going to be telling you is kind of like a celebration breakdown of the next celebration for us over here on Global Dokkan right before the anniversary. Again, we are in very hyped times. Again, Legends anniversary is coming up really soon. You know, they just released the new Gokus that you can farm up. So there's just a lot of stuff going on right now with the gachas. You know, Ultra Impact is out. So, you know, your boy's a little bit, overwhelmed sometimes. Alright, so what I wanted to do is tell you guys in the beginning why Trunks and Goten are going to be coming to Global. The reason is because of this. So, of course, this was Dokkan Fest Beerus. And he came out right after the anniversary for us. No, this is the Japanese timeline of events. Because if we take a look at this, this celebration came right before the anniversary, because after that, because this is the 4th year anniversary timeline over here in the Dokkan Wiki, as you guys can tell, if we go all the way up to the top, it starts off with the 4th year anniversary. So right before the 5th year anniversary, because if we go over to the 5th year anniversary, was Beerus, because again, right here's the 5th year anniversary. So right before Beerus was the 5th year anniversary. If we take a look at the Japanese timeline, right after their 5th anniversary, Dokkan Fest Beerus drops. So if we take a look at the timeline of events, right after the 5th year anniversary for the Japanese version, boom, Trunks and Goten drop. So of course, Trunks and Goten are going to drop over here for Global Dokkan right before the anniversary. That's typically how they always do it. So again, they're going to be coming very soon. Again, not many people talk about this new Trunks and Goten unit. Again, they are an extremely good unit. When I tell you that, they are to not be underestimated. This unit is really good. So let's take a quick look at their details. Again, Trunks and Goten, when they dropped a new category called the Prodigal Warriors. You know, warriors who are considered prodigies. Again, it's a fairly decent category. You know, it's got the Vegetas, Friezas, it's got Piccolos, Demon King Piccolo, Brolys, Zamasus, again, you know, the Cauliflas and the Kales are on here. So overall, it's a really good category. It's a very solid category. You know, of course, it's going to get a lot of buffs in the future, because there are a lot of super good characters that could get Dokkan Fests, like, in the future. Like, for example, Broly for sure is going to be getting a ton in the future. Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta could get another card. You know, the Super Saiyan Blue Vegetas could obviously get better versions. You know, some of these units could EZA as well. The Caulifla cards could also get, you know, different characters. So could Majin Vegeta could get a new card. The Friezas could get new cards. Demon King Piccolo could get a Dokkan Fest. So this category is good. It just, of course, just like any other category, just needs a little bit of more support, and maybe like 1 or 2, like, you know, Dokkan Fests or LRs inside the category that are new to kind of really flush it out. But overall, again, the Prodigal Warrior category is actually not that bad. And then, of course, they are the new leader for Kamehameha, except they give 170% to HP and attack, and only 130% to defense. And I think because of that, AGL LR Gohan is still, you know, the leader that people run most of the time, which is, you know, very, you know, like, acceptable. You know, like, I get it, you know, you want 170% to defense, not to HP. But again, in certain situations, HP is better. So again, this unit overall is still going to be very impressive. You know, alright. So their super attack, again, they just raise attack, and then they also have a unit super attack. So they're another unit that has this mechanic, you know, built into them. And they just greatly raise attack for 1 turn and raise allies' attack by 30% for 1 turn. So again, not the greatest super attack effects, but again, most of their insane ability lies in their passive as well as their active skill. So basically, they get 150% attack and defense when performing a super attack. So that means they get no start of turn attack and defensive buffs. But they do have this built into their passive. They have a 70% chance of getting 50% attack and defense. And then they have another 70% chance of getting an additional 50% attack and defense. So they are RNG based, just like Super Saiyan Gotenks, where they do have two 70% chances to activate 50% attack and defense for a total of 100% attack and defense. I would say that, without a shadow of a doubt, it's going to be pretty common to see them with 100% attack and defense, you know, at the start of turn technically, because again, it is two 70% chances, so the odds are in your favor. But even if you only get like one of those to get off, the fact that they get 150% attack and defense on Super means that they are going to be at very, very good attack and defensive stat numbers. Because if we also take a look at their stats, again, 10k defense, 17,000 attack, you know, they are by no means slouches. Like, these guys hit really, really hard. And then this as well, where they get ki up to 3, attack and defense plus 10% up to 50%, and a chance of evading enemies' attacks, including super attacks, plus 7% up to 30% with each attack evaded, which is built into their passive, which gives them 6 ki and evades enemies' attacks, and can be activated starting from the 3rd turn if there's an ally whose name includes Trunks Kid or Goten Kid attacking in the same turn. Again, this is easily one of the best active skill conditions in the game. Again, Trunks Kid or Goten Kid. Let's take a look at their categories. Let's see if there's going to be a Trunks or a Goten. There's a Goten. There's a Trunks and a Goten. There's a Goten right here. There's a Trunks. So again, their own category is going to have it. Kamehameha is going to have Goten in it. Let's look at their other ones. Movie Heroes is going to have Trunks and Gotens in it. Again, the LR is going to be able to get that off for them. Hybrid Saiyans, obviously. Super Saiyans, again, fairly obvious. Youth, of course. So again, in every single one of their categories, there's going to be a Trunks Kid or a Goten Kid. No matter how you try to slice it, this has got to be one of the best active skill conditions in the game. Like, this is super easy to get. Like, you don't have to sweat it. Like, it's basically a guaranteed active skill. Unless you, obviously, like, on purpose, don't bring a Trunks or Goten. But, again, we'll get to that in just a minute. Again, links are actually pretty good. Again, the really only issue is, again, they're mostly attack links, because literally every single one of these are attack, except for, like, Prepared for Battle at level 10. Because Budding Warrior, 15% attack, Prodigies, 15%, Kamehameha, 10%, Super Saiyan, 15%, Innocence, 15%. So, they're really, like, a damage-built unit. I mean, they do a ton of damage when they are, like, at full level 10 links, and they have their full passive built up. Like, they're disgustingly good. And again, the fact that it's turn 3 means that you're going to be able to see this in Super Battle Road. So basically, you get guaranteed dodging, and you get to build up this from their passive as well. So overall, at their max power, Trunks and Goten are going to have 100% attack and defense at the start of turn. They're going to get 150% attack and defense on Super. They're going to give themselves 3 ki at the start of turn, and they're going to have an extra 50% attack and defense with also a 30% chance to dodge. So very easily, you can begin to see that this Trunks and Goten unit are disgustingly broken. They are very good. And then you factor in their categories that they're helping: Join Forces, Movie Heroes, Youth, Prodigal Warriors, or Prodigious Warriors. All of those categories needed the buffs, and this unit delivers it to them. So again, very, very good unit, not to be underestimated. Next up is the banner unit, and probably best support type unit in the game, Krillin. He leads Saviors 120%. That's basically irrelevant. His super attack, he raises defense for 1 turn. So again, you want to go full additionals for him, which is really, really good, because again, raising defense is a really good ability. He gets 120% attack and defense at the start of turn, so already very solid. He gives super class 2 ki 30% attack and defense, so again, super good. He gets an additional 120% attack, reduces damage by 30%, and gives an additional 2 ki and 30% attack and defense to super class allies if there is a Trunks Kid or Goten Kid attacking in the same turn. So basically what this means, if you run a rotation, say, of this unit along with Krillin, Krillin is going to be supporting this unit with 4 ki and 60% attack and defense, along with him having 240% attack, 120% defense, and 30% damage reduction, while also raising defense for 1 turn. So, quickly you can begin to see that these units get disgustingly broken. Like, this Krillin is super good. And then, on top of that, he reduces damage by 10% and superclass allies' chance of performing a critical hit plus 10% when there is a movie bosses category enemy. So you run this guy in Movie Heroes Super Battle Road, he is going to take no damage. 40% damage reduction, raising defense, 120% defense at the start of turn, and this Krillin is disgustingly powerful. Plus, he's giving this support type ability to himself. Keep that in mind. So, again, very quickly, this Krillin becomes super good. And then you factor in his links. Turtle School, Experienced Fighters, Courage, High Compatibility, Solid Support, Kamehameha and Fierce Battle. Because if you can... Dude, if you can activate Turtle School, that's 2 ki and 20% attack and defense. If you can get Courage, 2 ki, 10% attack, and High Compatibility, this Krillin is just out of this world. Like, he is really good. And then, same thing, super big buff to Movie Heroes, Earthlings, Saviors, Battle of Wits. Turtle School really didn't need it because, again, it's basically just all Gokus. So, you know, I mean, he's gonna be a god-level support type unit on that team regardless, but, again, didn't really need the help. But, again, this Krillin is just really, really good. Alright, next up is the 3 EZA units. Right here, Trunks, Goten, and Android 18. Here they are as well. We also get a new Dokkan Ultimate Clash. And then this guy right here, who we'll get in just... Or who we're going to talk about in just a minute. Alright. Android 18. I'm just going to say this right now. All 3 of these units are disgustingly broken after their ECA. They're all super good. Like, they're Omega levels of good. But I would have to say, these 2 are going to be the most impactful because of the new Dokkan Fest. Like, you're going to want to run one of these 2 with the new Dokkan Fest. And trust me when I tell you, it's going to be a disgusting rotation. Alright, Android 18. Again, her leader skill is basically fodder. That doesn't really matter. But this is where these units get super busted. Raises attack and defense for 6 turns. This is where they get really busted. Because again, 6 turn raising attack and defense means that these units are going to be able to reach insanely high levels of defense. Now let's take a look at her passive. She gets 100% attack and defense at the start of turn. She gets an additional 100% attack when performing a super attack, so she's going to hit very hard. Oh. She gives all allies 3 ki and 30% attack and defense, so she's already a support type unit. She's getting 200% attack, 100% defense, plus this, she's giving this support type passive to herself as well, keep that in mind. And she raises her chance of performing a critical hit and reduces damage by 18% when there is another ally whose name includes Trunks, Goten, or Krillin on the team. I mean, obviously the Trunks and Goten have to be kids, but again, you add the 18% damage reduction on top of her really good defense, and this 18 is not going to take damage. And the great part about this is that it's on the team and not on rotation. So, again, these units are really good. Like, they're really good. Her links are probably the worst thing about her, but the good thing is that she does have Shocking Speed and Shattering the Limit. These are probably the only 2 links you're ever going to see active, because things like Twin Terror, Android Assault, Money, 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 and then Battlefield Diva, and then Infinite Energy, you're really not going to see that, like, ever. Like, and I mean ever. You're never going to see that. Except for maybe Battlefield Diva and Money, 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 which you could run her with, like, Dokkan Fest Videl, but we currently don't have Videl. But, again, Shocking Speed is really good, and so is Shattering the Limit. So this is mainly going to be her, like, key links right here. Again, she doesn't need extra attack and defense. Like, she's already busted the way that she's built. But yeah, man, again, this Android 18 is super good. And then again, huge buffs to Siblings Bond, Movie Heroes, Androids, Peppy Gals, Worthy Rivals, Battle of Wits. So another thing about these, you know, EZA units is that they're helping out really small categories that really need the help, like the ones that I just mentioned. The only one that doesn't need help that's on here is Boo Saga, because, you know, Boo Saga already being probably one of the biggest categories in the game. And I believe she is actually free to play as well, I think. I think so. Actually, let me quickly check, because I think she's free to play. No, she's not. Alright, never mind. Moving on. Now we have Super Saiyan Goten. Again, this is gonna be really, really disgustingly good. And what I mean by that is these units are busted. I know I said that before, but again, these guys are really good. Alright. So they raise attack and defense for 6 turns, so again, super powerful ability. Their leader skill is actually not bad if you're a new player, like for Dokkan Battlefield, like AGL 3 key 100%. That's actually, you know, pretty good. They got 100% attack and defense at the start of turn. They get 100% attack on super, so again, they're going to hit really hard. They give 18% attack and defense to all allies, that includes themselves. They reduce damage by 18% and raise their chance of performing a critical hit plus by 18% when there's an ally whose name is Trunks Kid, Krillin, or Android 18. So very easily you can tell you can run this unit with the not with the LR, but with the Dokkan Fest, and he's going to have 18% damage reduction on top of his insanely high defense that he's going to stack for 6 turns. Also, he's going to be hitting like a freight train. And he's also supporting the new Dokkan Fest unit, so, you know. I guess you could say they're pretty good. Trunks is literally just the same thing as Goten, you know, like, that's why I'm not really going to go over him all that much, but literally it's just like copy and paste, except, of course, he needs a Goten Kid, Krillin, or Android 18. So, again, these units are really good. I mean, there's really no other way of putting it. I mean, they're going to link together really well. The only link that they're not going to share is Trunks has Royal Lineage, while Goten has Kamehameha. Those are literally the only 2 links they're not going to share. They literally share 6 out of 7 links, so that's another thing that's going to make these guys disgustingly good. Again, he's a buff to Movie Heroes, Youth, Siblings Bond, Prodigal Warriors, Hybrid Saiyans. Like these units are just too good. They're really just too good. Again, same thing with this guy, Battle of Wits, Movie Heroes, Vegeta's Family, Youth, you know. They're just too good, really. There's like nothing else I can really say about it. They're just really too good for this, like, they're just too good for what they made them for. They're just like that good. And I'm like at a loss for words right now. Like, I feel like I'm just like going in circles right now, but they're really good. That's all I can say. If you have these units, do their EZA. Trust me, you're not gonna regret it. These units are really good, and I've been saying that way too often now, but that's basically all I can say. They're just that damn broken. Alright, and now what we all were waiting for, the 120% EZA for this Gotenks. Alright, so he's super physical, 3 key, 130%. I personally am probably going to EZA this guy all the way because I need a better super physical leader. That's just me though. Alright, this guy has 3 super attack effects, so bear with me. On his first one, which is at 10 key, or between 9 and 10 key, he causes immense damage and massively lowers defense. On his 11 key, he massively raises attack and is super effective against all types. And then on his 12 key, he greatly raises attack for 1 turn. So you really want to go for the 11 key. I personally was a little disappointed. I think it would have been better if they made it so that he greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, and then made this his 11 key massively raises attack and raises defense for 1 turn, and is super effective against all types. So you can kind of like pick and choose whether or not you want to go for a more defensive, increase with the greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, or for like the moderate defensive raise but really big damage as well. So again, that's just me though. That's the only change I would make to this unit. His passive, he gets 150% attack and defense at the start of turn. he gets an extra 70% attack and 30% defense with a medium chance of dodging, which is 30%, for 7 turns from the start of turn. So, again, 180% attack and defense, or no, I mean, he's getting 180% defense for 7 turns with a 30% chance to dodge. Again, this Trunks, or not Trunks, but this Goten is really good. Like, the Super Saiyan 3 Goten is really good after his EZA, but again, just adding that little bit of extra defense, I think would have made him an even more top-tier option. But again, he's still very solid. Unfortunately, again, they didn't buff his defense that much. I would have liked maybe to get him into at least 10k defense, just to really, again, make his defensive, numbers even better. Because defensively, he can struggle just a tad bit. Again, at Rainbow, full level 10 links, he should be at around, I want to say maybe 160, 170k defense, which again is good, but in terms of like super long and difficult events, it can be a little bit bad, considering that again he's gonna lose an extra 30% defense, starting from the 8th turn and onward. But again, for short events, this Gotenks is going to be really, really powerful, like just super, super good. Again, going back to it, buff to fusion, that needs it. Super Saiyan 3, youth, special pose, rapid growth, saviors, connected hopes. So again, that is probably the biggest thing about this unit. Like, aside from him just EZAing, is the categories that he's helping with. Because again, I just named probably some of the worst categories in the game. Super Saiyan 3, youth, special pose, rapid growth, connected hope. So again, this guy is going to be really good, and he's actually going to be pretty helpful in the connected hopes legendary GT Goku event missions if you haven't completed them, because you could just run this guy on the super, actually no, you can't run him on Super Saiyan because he's Super Saiyan 3. But yeah, man, I mean, he's going to be a great help on that category either way for Super Saiyan 3 that really needs it. So again, that is going to do it for today's video. Again, that is basically the celebration that's going to be coming in a nutshell. We're going to get the Dokkan Fest banner. Trunks and Goten are absolutely disgustingly broken. Krillin is a broken support type unit. The 3 EZAs are godly. A new Dokkan Ultimate Clash. A new EZA. This is just going to be a really good celebration before the 6-year anniversary, because again, 30 Dragon Stones from this. I believe they have a regular EZA as well. Let me actually quickly check that, because if they have a regular EZA, then that's 60 stones. Easy. That's 60 stones right there, depending on what they decide to do. Let's go to the Japanese version. Let's see if they have any EZAs that are unavailable currently at the moment, because if so, we should be able to see if they have a regular EZA. Alright, so Japan. Yep, see, they have a regular EZA. Yep. Alright, they have a regular EZA, so boom, 60 stones right there. So this celebration is looking very good. So 60 plus 60, 60 and 60. 60 stones right there for us, immediately, off the bat. That is very good. Plus the ones that you get from Dokkan Ultimate Clash. We're looking at a hefty amount of stones. So this celebration is going to be very, very fantastic. Plus their new Dokkan event, an extra 2 stones, so 62, basically confirmed. So anyways, guys, that is going to do it for today's video, and I will see you all next time.
The name of this one is Rosé. Oh, this is the power of legendary Super Saiyan Goku. Now I understand.